Hey crafty people, Ashley here with Make It with Ashley, and today I am using up the scraps from the Fabulous workshop kit. Okay, so this workshop kit creates two-page layouts and a single layout, and then it also makes 12 little treat pockets, which are super cute. And this is kind of the pattern paper that I was left over with. I kind of wanted another layout to go with that single layout since I tend to scrapbook in pairs. So you can kind of see I'm using these little chunks and I'm just kind of tucking them behind. I like the way they look. I really liked those potion bottles and I wanted to be able to see them, so I actually left that hole at the top. And then I really liked this stamp set, and this black backdrop made me want to do some embossing. Okay, so it was inspired by this little spider web corner, picture corner. So I grab out my VersaMark ink and then my silver embossing powder, and then I am going to stamp it. Now, you stamp this just like you would a normal piece of paper. So I'm going to ink it up. When I stamp it, it's hard to see on the black, but if you look closely, you can kind of see this like little kind of clear residue, and that is sticky. So what I'm doing is I'm going to go ahead and place down all of the stamps that I want to emboss. So my title, my little mini title, is going to be the word spooky. And then I also wanted to bring in some of these cute bats. And this is where I'm kind of just holding it up, seeing what looks good, where do I like it. And I think I want two up in that right-hand corner. And I don't know if you saw that there, but I accidentally dropped my stamp. Okay, and so you can't really see it until I add the embossing powder. Now, I did not glue anything down intentionally because I want to be able to shake the embossing powder down on top, and I want to heat that up and set it before I glue it down. If I glued everything down, the powder's going to kind of get everywhere. It's going to get stuck underneath those layouts. And then I shake the excess onto a piece of printer paper because it's very easy to fold and dump that back into my container. So you can see that little goof. I'm kind of just cleaning it up. I grabbed my tweezers because my fingers are too big and kind of tidied it up. And then the edge of the web wasn't very neat, so I kind of straightened that. So it's really easy to remove the powder before you heat set it. So I'm going to hit this with my heat gun. I like to do kind of small circles to make sure I don't accidentally burn or catch anything on fire. And you can kind of see how it changes color. So that is that embossing powder melting. And then it is good. It is not coming off and it is not going anywhere. All right. So once I have those down, I can go ahead and bring my elements back in and actually glue them down. All right, but it is, if you are going to emboss straight on your paper, it is a good idea to do that first, then glue. So I'm adding my layers in, and then I wanted to bring more of those bottles and these pattern papers, so I am fussy cutting up a storm. So I'm just going through all these pieces, bottles, cats, and then I'm like, I kind of need a banner to ground them in, and I wanted to do kind of a longer one, but it was just too busy, too clustered. They're too similar of a height. So to add some variation, I shortened my banner and did my my tombstone and some bottles, and then you can see I'm bringing in a skull and a tombstone. Now, some of those images, like in that top, the corner of the tombstone and half the pumpkin were cut off, but I simply tuck it behind an element I have the whole thing of, and it works fine. So I am trying to balance and create clusters together. Notice it's not just one element here, one element there. I am pairing them up or adding them in threes, so that way it gives the eye something to draw towards. I'm then added in some silver glitter gems, and then I decided I need to kind of frame my page. So I busted out my white gel pen and I'm going to do just kind of a border, and I'm only going to do it on those the bottom three edges. And I think that really kind of helps frames it, and it ties in nicely because you do kind of have a white background on the pattern paper at the top. Okay. So again, the hint with doing this is to draw your arm down with it. So notice how I am not drawing like I would like write a word. I am bringing my arm down, and that helps get me a nice straight line. Okay, so next up is going to be bringing in some more color. I felt like it was just a little bit too dark. I wanted some more pop, so I had some more melon, which is the color of the year. Isn't it so cute? So I wanted to add some more pops in, so you can see tweezers are a great way to kind of see where do I want to place them. That and the gem or dot sheets are clear, so I can use that to kind of hold up and determine my placement. I still needed a little bit more. I wanted some magic because it's Halloween. So I brought back that white gel pen, and I am adding like little stars. It's kind of like almost like a plus sign is what I'm doing. You'll see it better in a close-up soon. And so I wanted kind of this trickle of magic coming off the bats, and then I wanted a little bit coming up off of like kind of like from this potion bottle. See how it's waving and you're going smaller to larger. So we're adding some magic and sparkles to it, and I'm even changing and making some of my little sparkles with my gel pen a little bit bigger and smaller than the others. So overall, I love how this worked. Try some embossing. If you want all the details and materials, hit that more button. Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, and join my Facebook group for lives and crafty inspiration and giveaways. I hope you liked the layout today, and as always, craft on, ladies and gentlemen.